If you organize your mind to a certain level of organization, it in turn organizes the whole system. Your body, your emotion, your energies, everything gets organized in that direction. Once all these four dimensions of you, the physical body, your mind, your emotion, and the fundamental life energies are organized in one direction, anything that you wish happens. It would help to assist it with activity but even without doing any activity, you can still manifest what you want. If you organize these four dimensions in one direction and keep it unwavering in that direction for a certain period of time, you can do it. Right now, the problem is, let me tell you, what happens is, the problem with your mind is that with every moment it is changing its direction. It is like you want to travel somewhere, and every 2 steps, if you keep changing your direction, the question of you reaching the destination is very remote, right? Unless it happens by chance. So organizing our minds and in turn organizing the whole system and these 4 basic dimensions of you, who you are right now, in one direction. If you do this, you are a culprit of yourself. Anything that you wish will happen. But right now, if you look at your lives, everything that you have wished for till now, if it happens, you are finished. Because everything and everybody that you have desired for, if all of that lands up in your house today, could you live with that? Once we are empowered like this, it's very, very important that our physical action, emotional action, mental action, and energy actions are controlled and properly directed. So if it is not, we become destructive, self-destructive actually. Because right now that is our problem. The technology which is supposed to make our life beautiful and easy has become the source of all the problems. That we're destroying the very basis of our life, which is the planet, right? So I think that what should have been a boon, we are making a curse out of it. What has brought incredible levels of comfort and convenience to us in the last 100 years or so has also become a threat to our life. Simply because we are not conscious about action, and we are in a compulsive state of action. So basically, I just want to say this, that organizing our minds fundamentally means moving from a compulsive state of activity to a conscious state of activity. You might have heard of people for whom they ask for something, and beyond all expectations, it came true for them. Generally, this happens to people who are in faith. Now, let's say you want to build a house. If you start thinking, oh, I want to build a house. To build a house, I need 50 lakhs. But I have only 50 rupees in my pocket. Not possible, not possible, not possible. The moment you say not possible, you are also saying this, that I don't want it. So on one level, you are creating a desire that you want something. On another level, you are saying, I don't want it. So in this conflict, it may not happen. Someone who has some faith in God or in temple or whatever, who is simple-minded. Faith works only for those people who are simple-minded. Thinking people who are too much thinking, for them it never works. A childlike person who has simple faith in his God or in his temple or whatever he believes, he goes to the temple and says, Bhagwan, mujhe ye de do. I want a house. I don't know how, you must make it for me. Now in his mind, there are no negative thoughts. Will it happen? Will it not happen? Is it possible? Is it not possible? These things are completely removed by the simple act of faith, because उसने भगवान से जो मांगा है, पूरे दिल से मांगा है, और उसको पता है कि भगवान वो उसको दे देंगे, because he has faith in his God. So क्योंकि उसको ये पता है कि उसको ये मिल जाएगा, there are no negative thoughts and there is no conflict between want and don't want. So that is why that happens. So now he believes that Bhagwan will do it for him and it will happen. So is God going to come and build your house? No. I want to understand, God will not lift his little finger for you. What you refer to as God is the source of creation basically. As a creator, he has done a phenomenal job. There is no question about it. Could you think of a better creation than this, what we have right now? Is it anybody's imagination to think anything better than what is there right now? So as a creator, he has done his job wonderfully well. But if you want life to happen the way you want it, because right now the very crux of your happiness and your well-being is this, If you are unhappy, the only reason why you are unhappy is life is not happening the way you think it should happen. That's the only reason why you're unhappy. So if life is not happening the way you think it is, or the way you think it should happen, you are unhappy. If life happens the way you think it should happen, you are happy. It's as simple as that. So if life has to happen the way you think it should happen, so first of all, how you think, with how much of focus you think, how much stability is there in your thoughts, and how much reverberance is there in the thought process, will determine whether your thought process will become a reality, or is it just an empty thought. So that is the main point, the focus point, a childlike behavior. So how you do not create any impediments for your thoughts by creating negative thought process. This is possible. Is something possible or not possible is destroying your humanity. What is possible and not possible is not your business. It's nature's business. Your business is just to strive for what you want. Right now you're sitting here. If I ask you two simple questions, I want you to just look at this and answer this. Right now. Now listen to this very, very interesting story or a thought of mine. Right now, if I say you, while you're sitting, can you just fly off? You say no. Right now, from where you're sitting, can you get up and walk? You will say yes. What is the basis of this answer? Why you say no to flying and yes to walking? Because of the past experience of your life. Many times you have gotten up and walked. Never did you fly off. Or in other words, you are using the past experience of your life as a basis for deciding whether something is possible or not. Or in other words, you have decided that what has not happened till now cannot happen in the near future or in the future of your life. This is a disgrace to humanity and the human spirit. What has not happened till now on this planet can happen tomorrow. Human beings are capable of making it happen tomorrow. So what is possible and what is not possible, that's none of your business. That is nature's business, and nature will decide that. You just see what is that you really want and strive for. And if a thought is created in a powerful way, without any negativity, without any negative thoughts, bringing down the intensity of the thought process, the first and foremost thing is you must be clear what is that you really want. You must be very, very clear about that. Because if you do not know what you want, the question of creating it doesn't arise. If you look at what you really want, what every human being wants is he wants to live joyfully, he wants to live peacefully. In terms of relationships, he wants it to be loving and affectionate, or in other words, all that any human being is seeking for is pleasantness within himself, pleasantness around him. Happiness. This pleasantness, if it happens in our body, we call this health and pleasure. If it happens in our mind, we call it peace and joy. If it happens in our emotion, we call it love and compassion. If it happens in our energy, we call it blissful and ecstasy. This is all that a human being is looking for. Every human being on this planet, knowingly or unknowingly, is looking for this only. This is the truth. Whether he's going to his office to work, he wants to make money, build a career, build a family, he sits in the bar, sits in the temple, he is still looking for the same thing. Pleasantness within, pleasantness around. If this is what we want to create, I think it's time we address it directly and commit ourselves to creating it. So basically you want to create yourself as a peaceful human being, joyful human being, loving human, right? So present human being on all levels. And do you also want a world like this? Peaceful world, loving world, joyful world, right? So when we say a joyful world, that means everything that you want has happened. So this is all that you are looking for. So all that you need to do is commit yourself to creating it, to create a peaceful, joyful and loving world, both for yourself and everybody around you. Every day in the morning, if you start your day with this simple thought in your mind, that today wherever I go, I will create a peaceful, loving and joyful world. If you fall down 100 times in that day, what does it matter? Yeah? For a committed man, there is no such thing as failure. If you fall down 100 times, 100 lessons to be learned. If you commit yourself like this to creating what you really care for, now your mind gets organized.